And we are underway with our second group of ladies 3,000 meter races. This is quartet number 9, pairs 17 and 18. In our first pair, Kayla McNeely from Alberta and Olivia Moyes from Saskatchewan. Underway is the second pair. It's Gabrielle Hansen from Saskatchewan and Janelle Wiebe from Alberta. So 2 interprovincial rivalries in this 9th quartet. Here comes Hansen and Wiebe through their openers. Mid-23s, 22s for McNeely and Moyes. See what sort of pace Moyes and McNeely will set to start this race. A mid-35 for Kaylee McNeely. 36-36 for Olivia Moyes. Those two skaters are chasing personal bests in the mid-430s. Kayla McNeely's PB is a 4:39. Olivia Moyes 4:35. So it's interesting to see McNeely pulling ahead of Moyes early on in this race. Hansen's setting up a lap time with a lap time of 37.4, 37.0 for Wiebe. Hansen is chasing a 4:39 personal best. Wiebe a 4:36. And McNeely and Moyes bringing those times down on the second lap. And see if they can maintain that pace through the rest of the race. 1,000 meters down, 2,000 to go. Hansen and Wiebe both settle into 35s. Kayla McNeely, to skate a personal best, will have to skate faster than an average of 45.2 seconds a lap. Apologies, that is 37.1 seconds a lap. So far, she is on pace. Another 36-second lap. Moyes just dipping above the 37s. Hansen is on that same 36-second a lap pace as McNeely. And Wiebe brought that last lap down. 36.58. Wiebe and Hansen only about a second and a half apart through 1,800 meters. As McNeely and Moyes will come through and cross the line. 2 laps remaining for our first pair. Both skaters in the 37s now. Hansen and Wiebe now onto their home stretch with 2 laps to go. Let's see whether they can keep pace with that first pair. Wiebe 37.2. Hansen, 38-2. So Weeb is chasing McNeely. Hansen chasing Moyes. Keep an eye on those lap times. McNeely and Moyes. Crossing the line, 1 lap to go. Bell lap for Kayla McNeely, 37-2. She is on pace for a personal best if she can keep this last lap down. Olivia Moyes, 37.94. Hansen and Weeb on their home stretch now. 1 lap to go for our second pair. 37.67 for Weeb. 38.94 for Hansen. As our first pair comes around the corner into the final stretch, this is Kayla McNeely who will win the pair to the line. Her final time, 4:38.87. Olivia Moyes, 4:42.98. So a 4:38.87 is a small personal best for Kayla McNeely. Janelle Weeb finishes with a 4:41.87. 4:46.92 for Hansen. Up next, 2 Québécois in the first race. This is Myriam Labidzi in the inner lane and Laurence Paquet in the outer lane. Starting behind them is Kirsten Hagen in the inner lane and Jesslyn Chandler in the outer. So that is Labidzi and Paquet underway in a intra-provincial battle here for these 2 Quebec athletes. Their opening splits 21-8 for Labidzi, 22-1 for Paquet. Here come Hagen and Chandler through their first 200 meters. Chandler had the faster opener, 22-1, 22-7 for Hagen. As they cross over on that backstretch, let's see what sort of lap times our first pair will set up. Very close race between these two, 34-6 and 34-7 for Labidzi and Paquet. Labidzi set herself up for a nice draft on that backstretch. She'll use that to her advantage to pull it even further ahead coming out of this corner. Hagen and Chandler both settling into 34s as well. So good lap times so far for all 4 skaters. Their personal bests. 4:31 for Labidzi, Paquet 4:39, Hagen 4:38, Chandler 4:41. As Labidzi and Paquet have a good battle going on. Labidzi's lap time 35.2, 36.0 for Laurence Paquet. Laurence Paquet will want to stay in contact with Myriam Labidzi. Labidzi's lap time 35.71, Paquet 36.2. Chandler is leading Hagen by a little bit. They come through the line. Her newest lap time 35.6 for Chandler, 35.7 for Hagen. It's a tight race in our second pair. That's the yellow and blue. As Myriam Labidzi leads the way through 3 laps to go, just under halfway. Her lap time 35.87, 36.71 for Laurence Paquet. So Myriam Labidzi chasing a sub 4:30 has to average below 35.7 seconds a lap. She's just above that now, but she banked some time at the beginning. She has to keep these next few laps in the low 36s to have a chance. 36.19, so far so good. 37.3 for Laurence Paquet. Hagen and Chandler have a good race going on. About a second separating those two. Both skated 36-second laps. If they keep their pace up, they could skate personal best with 2 laps to go. 36.8 for Hagen. 37.8 for Chandler. So Hagen, who's trailing, is now going faster. Should keep an eye on that second pair, as Kirsten Hagen might catch Jesslyn Chandler in this last lap and a half, as Labidi and Paquet are now on their final lap. Miriam Labidi chasing a sub 4:30 time. 1 lap remaining for Hagen and Chandler. Hagen pulling ahead now. 37.3 her lap time. 38.6 as Labidi and Paquet are on the home stretch. Labidi driving to the line. Her final time, 4:33.48. Just missing her personal best. Laurence Paquet, 4:40.55. Also just shy of her PB. As Kirsten Hagen will win her pair. 4:36.56 for her. That's a 2-second personal best. Jesslyn Chandler, 4:38.92. 3 seconds off her previous PB. Up next, our 11th quad. These are pairs 21 and 22. Caroline Gingras from Quebec in the inner lane, racing Taylor White from Ontario in the outer. They will be followed by Danielle Zumuchel from New Brunswick in the inner, and Brooklyn McDougall from Alberta in the outer. So all 4 skaters are underway now. White's opening split, 22.3, 22.4 for Gingras. As Zumuchel and McDougall will come through. 21.9 for Danielle Zumuchel. She has the fastest opener of the bunch. 22.4 for McDougall. And so far, a close race here between Gingras and White. Gingras leading the way 600 meters down. Her first 400-meter lap time, 35.36, 36.15 for White. Gingras chasing a personal best of 4:39. 4:37 is Taylor White's. Expect a close race between these two. They are well matched. As Danielle Zumuchel following up her fast opener with a fast lap, 33.7. See how long she will maintain those quick laps. Still close between Gingras and White. 35.5 for Gingras, 35.6 for White. As Zumuchel leads the second pair through, 34.7 her lap time, 36.63 for McDougall. Danielle Zumuchel's personal best is a 4:45. She is on pace to beat that here. If she keeps her lap times in under an average of 37 seconds a lap, she will smash that PB. Brooklyn McDougall also chasing a sub 4:40 time. So the key barrier there, or the key lap time, are those 37 zeros. As long as you see 36s, they're in good shape. Gingras and White still neck and neck. Taylor White making a comeback. Gingras is fading a little bit. Let's see if she has a response. Both skaters 36.3 on that last lap. What will they pull out on this next one? Here comes Danielle Zumuchel, 37.2. 3 laps to go. Brooklyn McDougall, 36.8. So McDougall is starting to gain ground on Zumuchel. She has 4 seconds to make up. Does she have enough ice left over? 3 laps to make up 4 seconds. Gingras and White still neck and neck. 36.8 for White. Gingras 37.1. Both skaters on pace for a personal best. They have to keep these laps in the low 37s. With 2 laps remaining. Here is the bell lap for Caroline Gingras and Taylor White. Gingras has taken back over the lead. 36.95 is her lap time. Strong finish here from Caroline Gingras. She will skate a personal best. Here comes Danielle Zumuchel, 39.08. Brooklyn McDougall, 37.87. McDougall, with 1 lap to go, has just under a second and a half to make up. Danielle Zumuchel. Should be a close finish as Gingras will finishes it off. 4:36.88. 3-second personal best for her. Taylor White, 4:39.44. And here comes Danielle Zumuchel and Brooklyn McDougall. Brooklyn McDougall with the big comeback at the line. That was 3 laps in the making. Her final time, 4:40.29. Personal best by 3 seconds. Danielle Zumuchel, 4:41. That is also a big personal best for her. 4 seconds off. Skater after skater joining the PB club here at Finale. As we look at our next couple pairs, this is Rose La Liberté Roy from Quebec in the inner lane. That's the white armband. Jenna Mirth from Alberta in the red armband in the outer lane. Starting behind them is Jill Ewan from Alberta. That's the yellow armband. And Amanda Mitchell from BC with the blue armband. As all 4 skaters are underway now. Ewan and Mitchell through their first 200. Opening split, 22.7 for Mitchell, 23.8. Both skaters a little off the pace set by La Liberté Roy and Mirth. La Liberté Roy is chasing a personal best. Her best time to date is a 4:46. Certainly possible that she beats that today. Jenna Mirth's personal best is a 4:45. Jill Ewan is chasing a 4:48, and Amanda Mitchell 4:47. So an evenly matched quad, evenly matched pairs here in this 12th quad. La Liberté Roy and Mirth settling into high 35s on their first lap. Mitchell had the fastest opening lap. That was a 34.6. And she is still flying 36.2. Jill Ewan's behind her. Her second lap time, 38.1. Skaters are looking to skate an average of 37.5 seconds a lap to skate personal bests. That would give them approximately a 4:45. As Mitchell comes through 37.85. Ewan 38.51. As Amanda Mitchell is opening up a big gap on Jill Ewan. Our first pair comes through. They have 3 laps remaining. Rosa Liberté Roy, 37.50. Jenna Mirth, 37.6. Tight race here between La Liberté Roy and Mirth. Anyone's bet who will win at this point. As Mitchell pulling away from Jill Ewan. Although Mitchell's starting to fade, Jill Ewan, if she picks it up a little bit, has a chance to catch her pair. This is Amanda Mitchell coming through 38.7 her lap time. She is falling off her PB pace. Jill Ewan 39.19. La Liberté Roy and Jenna Mirth. They banked a lot of time at the beginning. They're off PB pace now. But the times they set in the first few laps might save them. 38.2 for La Liberté Roy, 38.9 for Mirth. 1 lap remaining for those two skaters. Last time they cross over on this backstretch. 1 lap to go for Amanda Mitchell and Jill Ewan. Mitchell's lap time, 39.53, 39.44 for Ewan, as La Liberté Roy and Mirth come down the finishing stretch. La Liberté Roy will take this race, her final time, 4:42.78, 4:44.36, 2 personal bests. La Liberté Roy and Jenna Mirth both skating PBs off the strength of the first half of their race. Here comes Amanda Mitchell to the line, 4:47.50. That is 3/100ths off her personal best, practically tying that time. Jill Ewan, 4:55.33. Up next, Cassidy Peterson in the inner lane, and Noemi Zurbrichin from Switzerland in the outer. It looks like Noemi Zurbrichin has scratched out of this 3K, so Cassidy Peterson racing on her own. She will be followed by Kennedy Charles from Manitoba and Jennison Jordan from the United States. So Cassidy Peterson has a long way to go, 7.5 laps, racing solo. Her opening split, 22.3. Here's the second pair of the quad. Charles, 22.4 opening split, 22.9 for Jordan. As Peterson skates through on her own, 6 laps remaining for Cassidy Peterson. Lap time, 35.5. Good starting lap for Cassidy Peterson. She's aiming to beat her previous best time of 4:52.80. For reference, a 4:50 would be an average of 38.4 seconds a lap. So with that mid-35, Cassidy Peterson banking 3 seconds early on in the race. Kennedy Charles and Jennison Jordan also skating 35s on their first lap. Peterson 36.8. As we see these skaters racing over 3,000 meters. 1K down, 2K to go. Charles and Jordan now into the 36 seconds. Close race between all three ladies in this quad in the 3,000 meters. Peterson keeping it in the 36s. She needs as many laps as she can get in these 36-second range. Kennedy Charles and Jennison Jordan, do they have a response? 38-1 for both athletes. They are neck and neck. Evenly matched pair. Charles is chasing a personal best of 4:57.25. Jennison Jordan a 4:54. They have to average below 39 seconds a lap to skate a personal best. So far, so good. Charles and Jordan come through 39.24, 39.56. They have 3 laps remaining. As Cassidy Peterson racing all on her lonesome will come through down the home stretch through the line, and her lap time 37.5, well under the required pace. Cassidy Peterson setting herself up for a big personal best. Here come Kennedy Charles and Jennison Jordan. Tight race. Kennedy Charles lap time 40.4, 40.6 for Jordan. Charles setting herself up for a big draft on this backstretch. And she will tuck in behind Jordan and go right by her. Cassidy Peterson now on her final lap, 38.6 her lap time. She is chasing a personal best of 4:52.80, and it looks like she will comfortably come underneath that time as Charles and Jordan receive the bell. 1 lap remaining. Charles 40.6. She's pulling away from Jordan, who skated a 41.4. 1 lap to go for those girls as Peterson drives to the line. And she falls across the line. Skate first, final time of 4:44.96. Big personal best for her. 8-second PB for Cassidy Peterson as she crashes across the line. Charles will win the second pair. Her final time, 4:54.09. That is a personal best for Kennedy Charles. 3 seconds under her best time. Jennison Jordan, 4:55.82. That is just shy of her personal best. Three quads to come in this ladies' 3,000 meters. Up next, this is quad 14, Anna Bourgeois from Alberta in the inner lane. She's paired with Rosanne Grenier from Quebec in the outer lane. Those two skaters will be followed by Emma Stevens from Alberta and Emma Javra from Manitoba. So clean start for Bourgeois and Grenier. And the battle of the Emmas starting behind them. Stevens and Javra underway as well. This is Grenier leading the way through 200 meters. 23-7 for Bourgeois. As Stevens and Javra come through their opening splits. 22-9 for Javra, 23-5 for Stevens. So Emma Javra setting up a big draft on this backstretch. As the two girls cross over and head into the corner. Bourgeois and Grenier. Grenier settling into a low 36, mid 37 for Bourgeois. Anna Bourgeois' personal best is just under 5 minutes, so 4:59.45. She has to average faster than 39.8 seconds a lap. So far, so good for Anna Bourgeois. Rosanne Grenier's personal best is a 4:53.46. If she hangs around the mid 38s, she should be able to do that. Emma Stevens chasing a personal best, a 5:02.67. Anything under 40 seconds a lap is good for Emma Stevens. So far, she has been under 38. Her last time was a 37.5. Emma Java's personal best is a 4:55. She'll be aiming for anything below a mid 39. So Anna Bourgeois, 39.9 on that last lap. Grenier still in the 36s. So Rosanne Grenier putting together a very good race so far. As Stevens and Javra have identical lap times, 38.7. Should be a close race between those two skaters. As Rosanne Grenier is pulling away in this quad, her lap time, another 36. Bourgeois dipping into the 40s. As Emma Stevens making a comeback, and Emma Javra here. Her lap time, 39.0, 40.2 for Javra. Those two skaters have 3 to go. Stevens, see if she can continue to put the screws to her pair as Grenier comes through. Her first lap over 37, 37.5. She's on pace for a big personal best. Anna Bourgeois, 40.6. This is Emma Stevens starting to pull away from her pair. 39.6 her lap time. Javra, 41.0. As we look at Anna Bourgeois coming around. When she reaches the finish line, she will have 1 lap remaining. Rosanne Grenier, all on her own in that pair, way up front, 38.35. Grenier coming out of that corner, half a lap to go. Chasing a personal best. She's looking for a sub 4:50 time. 1 lap to go now for the Emmas. Stevens and Javra come through. Stevens keeping her lap times under 40 as Rosanne Grenier will finish up this race and take the quad. Her final time, 4:44.59. Massive PB for Rosanne Grenier. That is 9 seconds faster than she has ever skated before. Anna Bourgeois will finish up with a final time of 5:03 flat, just shy of her PB. Here comes Emma Stevens. Her final time, 4:55.69. That's her first time skating under 5 minutes. Emma Javra, 5 minutes, 58. Two quads remaining on day 2 of the Olympic Oval finale. This is the ladies 3,000 meter. We've seen 14 quads race. Fastest time so far is Takahashi, who skated a 4:04.89. Isabel Weidman was just behind her with a 4:05.56. Underway now, this is Lily Weidman from Ontario skating on her own. She was paired with Samara Thu, who fell at the end of her 500 meter and was injured in that fall. Rachel Freitag and Hannah Ashley in the second pair underway now. Hannah leading the way. Her lap time, or her opening split, 23.6, 24.3 for Freitag. Weidman right in between those two, 24.1 was her opening split. So Lily Weidman has a long way to go here. Alone, 6 laps remaining. Her first lap time, 40.02. Lily Weidman is aiming to keep her lap times under 41 seconds. If she averages faster than 41 seconds a lap, she will skate a personal best. She's aiming for a sub 5:10. Lily Weidman, the younger sister of Isabel Weidman, Canadian national team speed skater, and Jake Weidman, up and coming young star. Freitag and Hannah coming around through their second lap. Through 1,000 meters, Hannah has the lead. Her lap time, 37.6, 39.8 for Freitag. Ashley Hannah is looking to break that 5-minute barrier. Her personal best right now is a 5:01. So look at her lap times. She is aiming to average below 40 seconds a lap. So far, she is well ahead of pace, skating 37s. Lily Weidman, 39.61. That's a negative split. Good job for Lily Weidman in the middle of this race. As Hannah will come through 39.33, still below 40. What she has to do. Freitag, 41.32. Rachel Freitag's personal best is a 4:21. She has to average below 42.5 seconds a lap to skate a personal best. As Weidman comes through 39.35, her lap time. Every lap under 40 for Lily Weidman is good news. Lily Weidman swinging an arm on that backstretch. Some skaters will put two arms in their back during the 3K. Others will swing one arm, as we see Hannah swinging an arm as well. Freitag doing it too. Skaters can use their arm as a way to keep the legs moving. The arm is almost like a metronome for the legs. Lily Weidman, another sub 40-second lap. As Hannah comes through 40.72, Freitag 40.54, 40.64, sorry, for Rachel Freitag. So Lily Weidman racing on her own at the front of this race, doing a great job of maintaining her cool. She has 1 lap remaining. Lily Weidman, 40.4. That's her first lap over 40 seconds. She is on pace for a big personal best. with half a lap to go. Here comes Ashley Hanna, 41.56. 1 lap remaining. Rachel Freitag, 40.5. So Freitag is bringing it down. Ashley Hanna, Rachel Freitag, both looking strong in this last lap. Doing a good job of keeping their legs dynamic and moving as Lily Weidman will skate right to the line. Her final time, 5:04.48. That is a 8-second personal best for Lily Weidman. Here comes Hannah, her final time, 4:59.78. That is a big personal best for Ashley Hanna, breaking the 5-minute barrier. Rachel Freitag, 5:04.20, 16-second personal best. As we arrive at our final race of the day, this is quad 16 of the ladies 3,000 meter. First pair features Sierra Johnson from Ontario and Chrissa Miller from the United States. Johnson with the white armband, Miller with the red. Starting behind them is a solo pair. Claire Mallard from Ontario will start in the inner lane. So opening split, 22-9 for Johnson. Miller, 23-3. Will Mallard keep pace? Her opening split, 24-0. Sierra Johnson's PB is a 5:09.60. Chrissa Miller, 4:55.38. Claire Mallard, 5:21. So Sierra Johnson, fast opening lap, 36.7. Chrissa Miller, 37.1. Claire Mallard's opening lap, 39.0. So Claire Mallard looking for under 42.5-second laps. If she averages sub 42.5, she will skate a personal best. Sierra Johnson and Chrissa Miller have a close race going on. Johnson pulling ahead a little bit. Both skaters in the 38s. You see the coaches using lap boards. The coaches put numbers up on the boards to tell the skaters what their lap times were. The skaters can make adjustments to their race pace. As we see Claire Mallard coming around to the home stretch. As she comes through, she will have 4 laps to go. This is Sierra Johnson and Chrissa Miller crossing over. Johnson still has a slight lead. Her lap time, 40.0 on that last lap, 39.4 for Miller. See if Miller can continue to gain ground. As Mallard skates on the backstretch. So Johnson and Miller coming through. Miller still gaining ground, 39.7 for Chrissa Miller. Sierra Johnson just over 40 seconds a lap. Only 4/10 of a second separate Miller and Johnson now. Chrissa Miller gaining a little bit every lap now. Should be an interesting finish to this race as Miller now pulling ahead, coming out of the inner onto the home stretch. As you see Claire Mallard on the back stretch. This is Krissa Miller taking over the lead in her pair from Sierra Johnson. Her lap time, another 39, 39.8, 40.6 for Sierra Johnson. 2 laps to go. Claire Mallard coming around. 2 laps to go for Claire Mallard. Can she skate another 39? Negative split again, 39.7 for Claire Mallard. Excellent splits through the middle half of this race for Claire Mallard. Let's see, can she bring it down again? She swings an arm on this backstretch. Bell lap for Sierra Johnson and Krissa Miller in our final pair of ladies 3,000 meters. Miller pulling away a little further, 40.3 her lap time. Johnson, 40.6. Both skaters skating well. Claire Mallard, 1 lap to go. Another negative split, 39.6. Can she do it once more for 4 laps in a row? Claire Mallard, half a lap to go. As our first pair is on the home stretch. Krissa Miller is going to win it, driving to the line. Her final time, 4:57.25, just shy of her personal best. Sierra Johnson cracks the 5-minute barrier, 4:58.56. That's a big personal best for her. As Claire Mallard will come through, swinging both arms. Another negative split? Yes, a 38-second lap, 38.6, 5 minutes, 0.82, just missing that sub 5-minute time. And so that wraps up our ladies 3,000 meter competition. We do have one final race to come. This is a men's 3,000 meter event out of competition. Some great racing in the ladies 3,000 meters, a number of personal bests. Last but not least, Claire Mallard setting a 21-second PB in the last ladies 3K. If she had another 2 laps, she would have kept speeding up, I think. She'll be even faster on her next attempt. So this is Brian Hansen racing on his own in this men's 3,000 meter out of competition. Brian Hansen, a very fast skater. U.S. national team athlete, Brian Hansen. Skated a number of World Cups. He's trying to break the U.S. 3,000 meter record. His opening split, 18.7. As Brian Hansen comes around. The U.S. national record is a 3:39.02 set by Chad Hedrick way back in 2005. Brian Hansen chasing that time. His lap time, 28.9 for the first lap. Brian Hansen comes around 2 laps in. 29.55 his lap time. So Brian Hansen, to beat Chad Hedrick, has to average below 28.9 seconds a lap. So far, he is off that pace. Brian Hansen bringing it down, 29.3. He has to go faster. His first lap, the only sub-29 lap, he has to average below 28.9 seconds a lap. From Brian Hansen, 3 laps to work with. Let's see what he does here. 29.0, negative splitting. Can he pick it up again? He has to bring this down to the low 28s if he wants to beat the record. Brian Hansen coming around. As he crosses the line, he will have 2 laps to go. Brian Hansen. Another negative split. Nope. 29.1. So he is off U.S. national 3K record pace. But he is still on a very good 3K. Brian Hansen approaching his bell lap, 500 meters to go. Can he skate another low 29? 29.4. We'll want to keep this last lap, sub 30. He is looking at a 3:45 if he keeps up this pace. 3:44 maybe. Brian Hansen approaching the line. His finishing time, 3:44.17. Valiant attempt by Brian Hansen. That is a very fast 3K. And that concludes the races for today at the Olympic Oval finale. Remember to Twitter at the Olympic Oval, hashtag finally finale. You could win some free swag. And you also get the chance to see your name and tweet and photo up on the screen. Stay tuned for more action tomorrow. We will be back at you at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. Thanks for listening from the team here at the Olympic Oval.